Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel Gustography. And in this video I'm gonna do a tips and cares on how to care for your Hoya lanceolata, aka the Hoya Bella. So please stay tuned if you want to know on how to care for this specific beautiful Hoya. Alright, so first things first guys, let me show you guys my Hoya. This is my Hoya Bella. I have it in a sauce tray and you guys are gonna find out why. So I made a video before on this plant and I mentioned that I've had it in different scenarios. I've had it indoors, I've had it outdoors, I've had it in shade, I had it inside a greenhouse, I've had it hanging on a tree, and the plant will always grow peduncles and they will always fall off, turn yellow and die. So I tried something new. So what I did is I put water on a sauce tray, on a tray, on a plate, and I kept my Hoya wet for months. Well, for like about a month, and it started growing multiple peduncles left and right, and it grew them to mature size and to the point that it actually, see, grew flowers. This one is not fully open yet. As you guys can see, it's not really fully open, but it grew so much. So I had this plant growing crazy, and so I kept it in a sauce tray and I kept it wet, and you guys are gonna see in this clip right here how many peduncles it grew. And so here is my Hoya Bella. As you can see, the flowers from the bottom up. You have to see them from the bottom up. That's the only issue with this one. So this plant, I came to the realization that it needs to stay wet at all times. If you let it dry out, the leaves will turn yellow. So you can see right here, the leaves will turn yellow. So the leaves will turn yellow if you let it dry out. I don't know if you guys can tell right here. The leaves are a little bit yellow. It's up on the flower. It's not opened. It's almost opening all the way through. This one. So something that I noticed on this plant is that it gets a lot of insects. It gets thrives, mealybugs, it gets gnats, it gets all kinds of insects. So you need to keep this plant, I guess because I have it in water the whole time, I guess insects are more inclined towards this Hoya as opposed to others, because they not only do they get the nutrients from the plant, but they also get water. So this plant gets insects all the time, so you have to I constantly spray the plant with a fungicide just to keep the insects and the fungi away from it. And since I do have it in water, I am a little bit scared that it will produce fungus on the soil. I have to constantly take it out from the water, inspect the soil, make sure that everything is going good and that it's not growing any bacteria. The fragrance in this Hoya, it's a little bit not strong. It does have a fragrance though. It smells kind of like a feminine baby powder scent. Yeah, it does have a fragrance. It's yeah, it's very minuscule, but it's still a good nice fragrance. Once again, I'll show you guys the plant here. Take a look at it. I think it looks really nice. It's a nice white petal flower with a pink corona in center. think it looks really, really nice. This plant is also a little bit hard to propagate, in my opinion. It does have a lot of little insects all the time. When you cut a slice, I think it's pretty hard to propagate because they tend to shrivel up and die really fast. And since I like to grow it in water, I think that if you're gonna propagate this plant, you should cut it and place it in water just so that it could grow roots and keep it in water for a long time. And then from there, maybe put it in leca so that, you know, it won't miss the transition from water to soil. Instead, from water to leca, I think it's not that much of a drastic change. This soya is a really fast grower. It's the fastest grower plant that I have in my collection. It grows quite massive, and I'm not sure if you guys are able to tell, but it's a huge plant. It's a huge Hoya. And so like I mentioned before, this Hoya has always had peduncles the whole time. It never stops growing peduncles. Now, however, I read online that this Hoya, once the peduncle flowers, and the peduncle actually falls off from this Hoya, as opposed to other Hoyas where the peduncle stays in there. This one drops the peduncle and the flower all along, kind of like the Hoya multiflora. I'm not sure if that's true or not because this is just on full bloom, but I will answer that question in the description box below. If once the flower dies, does the peduncle fall off with it or does it stay in the plant? I'll make sure to read the description box because I'm gonna answer that question down there. Anyways guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and give it a thumbs up. Make sure to leave a comment down below with any questions that you have regarding this plant, and don't forget to drink water and water your plants. Bye.